Greta Van Susteren. Greta Van Susteren is a favorite because she's keen on John Bolton, who's a colleague and a good friend. Greta's having John Bolton on tonight, I believe, to talk about Cairo. That's always wise. She also has my friend Gordon Chang on. In fact, Greta, I'm very much recommending your producers. They could work for me, or in fact, they do work for me by booking my show. Good for you. Fox Television is good at 10 o'clock at night because Greta Van Susteren brings on very smart people and lets them talk, doesn't feel threatened. She doesn't try to compete with them. She doesn't in any way get involved in so-called messaging or partisan. She just puts it out there. Now, she does talk to a lot of Republicans, that's true, but it is Fox Television, so I'm understanding of that. If she was working at MSNBC, she'd probably speak for a lot of Democrats. How do I do the show? Well, I do the show the way I did it tonight. We were talking about Cairo. John Avalon was with me. And we spoke to a number of professionals and politicians. I spoke to Eliot Engel, who's a Democrat, a very good Democrat, one of the best from 19th New York. I spoke to Thaddeus McCotter, a Republican from 11th Michigan, a very good Republican, one of the best, conservative. That's how I do the show. It's not how Fox does the show, but that's a cable television, and I'm just a little radio show in the middle of America. However, the America that I'm in the middle of is New York City, where everybody hangs on every word, and if you're on the radio or you're on television and you make a mistake, they kill you. So I tend to be very cautious, except for I'm not. I'm very aggressive, you know that. Tonight I spoke to Pat Lang, a DIA executive for many years during the Cold War. Pat gave us three scenarios. The best case, that Mubarak departs, there's a transition government, it's a coalition government, we work together, we have new elections in September. The worst case, that the Ikhwan, the Muslim Brothers, the Brotherhood, insinuates itself into the opposition, takes over, there's one man, one vote, one time, forever, becomes an Islamic Republic, Sharia law, dictatorship, a Sunni version of Tehran. And then there's something that Pat thinks is credible, which is a combination of all the opposition groups coming together, perhaps using al-Baradei as an intermediary, and working with the army and the state security, which have long been the most effective institutions in Egypt, in order to move towards a transition in which there'll be parliamentary elections and there's more sharing of power. I like Pat Lang, I like his voice a lot, I like his credibility, he knows all these players, and Pat says Frank Wisner, who is a senior diplomat, 72 years old, son of a CIA agent, by the way, also named Frank. He is the best man, and the president has chosen the right man to go meet with Mubarak and coax Pat, move him toward the future. I'm John Batchelor. This is the John Batchelor Show, hoping not for the best, not for the worst, somewhere in between, we'll all muddle through. Good night.